go, let's go. White 20, down 80, down 80. Regular, regular. He don't want it. Sugar.
They'll run it here. This is James Lane. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, here's Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dante Hightower coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And now Edelman. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing on first down is Brady. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Sony Michel, his first carry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. Play action. Now Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Here's Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on. Four down. Run. 215. 19. Hey.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickell Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
Now a play fake here on first down. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Brady now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now Brady again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Wait! Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Hey, hey! Go!
From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive, and something really to take into the lockers here. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Big hold to the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
14.
Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Adrian Claymore in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle, as his guys are in for 6, and the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Michelle. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Let's go, let's go.
Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Give. This is Michelle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play 20, 380.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Goes underneath here to White. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 30 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On the ground, Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And a dump off to White. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
14.
Throwing is Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. He's back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were on the field, but and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hold 50.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Brady to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Tempo, tempo.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Wilson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing now is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three. 54. Check 13.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Like 20.
On the ground is Michelle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a toss play. This is White. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. First throw of overtime for Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the toss, here's White. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
And out now come the Seahawks. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win.